There was one rule German commanders trusted above all others in 1944. If you shatter an airborne landing at the moment it touches Earth, the invasion collapses. Paratroopers, they believed, were brittle. Drop them scattered, catch them isolated, and they dissolve. No artillery, no armor, no cohesion. Men in silk drifting into the dark. Easy to mock, easier to kill. This rule feels unbreakable because it has always worked. Crete proves it. Smaller drops fail. Dispersal equals defeat. So the German response plan in Normandy rests on a simple assumption: smash the parachutes, then roll the beaches into the sea. They laugh at American training films. They dismiss the idea that soldiers dropped miles apart could fight as a force. They expect screams, surrender, and chaos. But in June of 1944, that rule doesn't just bend, it shatters, because chaos becomes the weapon. You are Private John Steele. You are 31 years old, older than most men around you, a former oil worker from Indiana who volunteered anyway. You jump with the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne. Your job is simple on paper: drop behind Utah Beach, seize roads, bridges, and causeways. Delay German reinforcements long enough for the seaborne landings to live. It is the largest airborne assault in history. Over 13,000 American paratroopers, more than 800 aircraft, a narrow window in the dark. The problem is the weather. Low clouds, flak so thick it looks solid, pilots weaving, green lights blinking when they shouldn't, red lights when they mustn't. You know the risks. You've rehearsed this jump for months, but none of that prepares you for what the sky does tonight. As the aircraft roar over Normandy, formations fracture, pilots panic, drop zones slide away. Men leap early, others too late. Instead of neat regiments, the night explodes into fragments, and you are about to become one of them. The red light snaps to green. You stand, hook up, shuffle forward. Flak bursts outside the fuselage. The plane shudders. Someone yells. You can't hear words, only engines and fear. You jump. The slipstream rips you away. The parachute blooms. Silence slams into your ears. Then you see the fire. Sainte-Mère-Église burns below you. A building hit by bombs is ablaze, lighting the town like a torch. German soldiers run through the square. Civilians scatter. You are drifting straight into it. Bullets streak upward. Tracers slice the dark. Men scream as parachutes collapse. You try to slip away. The wind doesn't listen. 30 seconds, 20, 10. Your chute snags. You slam into stone. Your legs dangle uselessly. You are hanging from the church steeple, 80 feet above the square, fully visible, silhouetted by flame. You freeze. Play dead. If you move, you die. Below you, Germans shout. A machine gun rattles. Paratroopers hit the ground and are cut down where they land. You watch a man land hard, break his leg, try to crawl, and stop moving. Minutes stretch, then hours. The straps cut into your thighs. Blood drains. Your helmet slips and hangs by its strap, tapping the church wall with every breath. German soldiers gather. They point, laugh, fire a few shots, miss, decide you're harmless. Across Normandy, this is happening everywhere. Planes miss their marks by miles. Entire sticks land in swamps. Men drown under 80 pounds of gear. Radios vanish. Commanders land with no troops. Troops land with no commanders. By dawn, fewer than 20% of the 82nd are on their intended drop zones. This should be disaster. Instead, something else happens. Small groups form. 2 men, 5, 12. Officers and privates mix together. No maps, no orders. Just a direction and a mission. Blow bridges, cut roads, kill time. German commanders wake to reports that make no sense. Paratroopers everywhere. No clear front. No mass to strike. At Sainte-Mère-Église, fighting erupts street by street. You are still hanging when a German climbs the steeple ladder. He reaches you, cuts you down. You hit the ground, are captured, taken away. But the chaos continues without you. At Lafayette Causeway, fewer than 150 Americans hold off repeated German attacks, stopping armor from reaching Utah Beach. At Chef du Pont, scattered airborne troops seize bridges they were never supposed to reach. Everywhere, German units hesitate, waiting for attacks that never come, chasing enemies that don't exist. The invasion clock is ticking. If you find this kind of untold military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage and sacrifice deserve to be told, and by subscribing, you help us ensure they aren't forgotten. By midday, you escape during an air raid, slip away, rejoin American lines, limping, exhausted, alive. The beaches hold, The rule is broken. What the Germans never understood is that dispersion didn't weaken the airborne assault. It multiplied it. Instead of one target, there are hundreds. Instead of a single thrust to counter, there is confusion. Orders conflict. Reserves freeze. German 7th Army reports paratroopers in every sector. Panzer units delay, fearing ambush. Hours bleed away. Those hours save lives on the beaches. Utah Beach lands with minimal resistance. German counterattacks arrive late, disorganized, and piecemeal. By the time commanders grasp the truth, it's too late. The lodgment is secure. The scattered drop becomes doctrine. Chaos becomes strategy. You survive the war. John Steele returns home, lives quietly, rarely speaks about the night he hung above a burning town while history turned beneath his boots. The church at St. Mary Église still stands. A parachute mannequin hangs from the steeple today, not as spectacle but as warning. To remember how close this came to failure, to remember how mockery turned to shock. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that John Steele and the thousands of scattered paratroopers of D-Day do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.